ready for this?
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Coffee Time with Blind United. It is Friday, and I am joined in the stage today with ladies first, being Elizabeth. She's always listening in, but she's rarely in the studio with us. So, good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, everyone. Happy
Okay,
Friday.
that's right. She's on her way to the CSUN conference, so she's going to have a lot of fun. And then we have Brittany. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning, everybody.
And then my brother with a lot of knowledge over there working the back room for us, Pedro.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Good morning. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday.
Well, you wore out from 2 days at the conference, so
Since Monday, actually. I've been out doing stuff since Monday, birthday week, Sometimes we celebrate like that.
right. So, anyway, let me get Friday out the way. We have a couple different interest groups for you guys today. We have Braille reading and writing using the McDuffie training manual with Christina Palmer, and that's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific time, or Brittany likes to say PlayStation time, and then please adjust that to your time zone because Christina, she's dedicated, man. She's on the East Coast, so actually she's doing it at 8 o'clock p.m. her time, East Coast time. So anyway, if you guys want to know about learning the new UEB Braille, come on in and Christina be love to help you with that and get you on your way with that new Braille code. And then immediately following Christina, it is movie night again with me, with Ed at blindunited.org. But anyway, we're showing the third movie in the series, Matrix series. What is this one? I forget the name of it now. I wrote it down last night too. But anyway, if you know the Matrix series, this is three. Next week we'll be playing the last one in the series. That's a new one. So I'm looking forward to having that one. And again, that is at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So get your snacks and your favorite beverage and whatever else you need and come on in and join us for the movie. So I got that out the way. How's everybody doing this morning?
Doing great, guys.
Good. How about you?
Okay. I'm good. I just working on this email list, trying to make sure you guys don't get no more 50 million emails from, one email kind of situation. So
Yeah, I only got 2 emails from you in regards to the interest groups.
Yeah, I got
you
like
got
five.
last night. Hold on
No,
now.
I
no,
got
no, 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 no,
one.
no, 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 no.
That
Last
was the
night,
other day.
the other day, I got
Right. I'm talking about last night, this morning. Yeah, how many you have?
one. You're good. I would have told
Okay.
you.
Yeah, one.
Okay. I'm working on it. You guys. I don't like looking that stupid, but
And also,
technical difficulties is way beyond my control. So,
I get a lot of emails in one day. So like for example, for Blind United, I have it in my VIP list. And when it comes in, it makes a message tone, but it's an
right.
email. But I was getting that, and then in my Outlook, because it's in the same. I got it logged in there too, it came in there too. So I was getting ding, ding, do, 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 do. I was like, what's going on?
Something radical happening. I mean, we got an emergency going on. What's going on with all these messages? But
For real.
now, just technical difficulties. We're working through getting all the kinks out of it. So, but anyway, so today we're going to do something we had thought we were going to do yesterday, but I was unable to get the videos or the clips in. I'm sorry, but I was successful this morning. But my brother, I think you had a better version than what I had, I guess, huh?
No, you had the same as me. I just went up and cleaned up the files from like reverb and echo-ish because it was all done in the
Okay,
conference room. So I ran it. I went to take all that out in my digital
okay,
workstation.
okay.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to talk about today is the Waymo self-driving car. It's the one that's on the streets now. It's traveling surface streets. You can get the app. You can use it now in certain cities. I know we can use it here in LA. I know you can use it up in the San Francisco Bay Area. It just not they're not getting up on the freeway yet because they're still kind of under trial and they're just trying to gather as much data as they can. So, but anyway, it's going to be a great thing for us. I think it may eventually end up taking over Uber and Lyft kind of situation. Not that they would be running it independently. I think they probably Uber and Lyft will probably buy a bunch of these cars. That's probably what's going to happen. But anyway, so let's get this party started, man. Let's see about this first clip.
I'll give a hand for our Waymo representative, Rachel Kamen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rachel Kamen. It is a pleasure to be here today on behalf of Waymo. I have the amazing and humbling opportunity to help share the transformational nature of Waymo's technology with communities throughout California. I'd like to start by first introducing Waymo. Waymo is an autonomous driving technology company with a mission to make it safe and easy for people and things to get where they're going. Since our start as the Google self-driving car project in 2009, Waymo has been focused on building, deploying, and commercializing the world's most experienced driver technology to improve the world's access to mobility while saving thousands of lives now lost to traffic crashes. The Waymo driver powers Waymo One, the world's first fully autonomous ride-hailing service, which is available in Phoenix, Arizona, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and most recently, Austin, Texas. To date, Waymo has autonomously driven tens of millions of miles on public roads and tens of billions of miles in simulation across over 13 states in the US. As Tim shared, autonomous vehicles are no longer science fiction. In fact, since 2020, Waymo has offered a fully autonomous, on-demand ride-hailing service that does not require a driver behind the wheel. And now we serve tens of thousands of weekly rides in both San Francisco and Phoenix, Arizona. Autonomous driving technology has the power to revolutionize transportation, offering greater levels of freedom and independence for millions of people who are not able to drive. Before I dive in deeper on our collaboration with NFB and the many accessibility features publicly available for our riders, I'd like to play a brief video featuring NFB's CEO, Mark Riccobono, and Director of Blindness Initiatives, Anil Lewis, when they joined us for a fully autonomous ride in San Francisco exactly a year ago this week.
Logos appear. Waymo, let's talk autonomous driving. And the National Federation of the Blind, live the life you want. Cars speed down a street as the sun sets on a bustling city.
We leave our homes every day to live in a world that's not designed for blind people.
Text. Almost 20 million Americans, 8% of the U.S. population, have visual impairments. Source, Georgetown University Health Policy Institute.
I'm Mark Riccobono. I serve as president of the National Federation of the Blind.
My name is Anil Lewis. I'm the executive director of Blindness Initiatives for the National Federation of the Blind.
The National Federation of the Blind is America's membership and civil rights organization.
The two of them walk with another man through the halls of an
As
office.
blind people, from a young age, you start to get the message from others that you shouldn't be moving around on your own. Someone else is in charge of our freedom of movement. And what we try to do in the National Federation of the Blind is counteract that.
Mark and Anil stand on the side of a street as Mark opens an accessibility tab on his phone.
I lost my sight when I was 25 years old. Giving up driving was probably one of the hardest things that I had to do. I think it's really powerful that Waymo has allowed us to kind of look under the hood as they're developing this new technology.
They climb into the back of a Waymo car with a light flashing on top. Then the car takes off down the road.
Wow, that's smooth.
It's riding around on a beautiful San Francisco day.
Yeah.
They ride in the back as the sun shines across the streets of San Francisco.
Proceeding on Noriega Street.
I had no idea what street we were on.
This is my first real autonomous experience. No one but Mark and I in the car. We still are in awe of the potential. And when it picked us up, it was like within a foot of the curb.
I've certainly never had a ride share as smooth as this ride.
Yeah.
Waymo, in particular, understands and values the fact that we have something to contribute and Waymo has something to contribute, and that makes it a true partnership. It's the first time in human history that a blind person will be able to travel long distances independently without inconveniencing anybody else.
Almost there.
Later, they arrive and climb out of the vehicle.
Don't forget your belongings.
Tens of thousands of blind people have dreamt of driving for ages. Now that we're making this dream of being able to travel independently a reality for blind people, we're going to have new dreams, a bigger, brighter future for everybody.
The driverless Waymo car takes off toward the sunset. Logos appear. Waymo, let's talk autonomous driving. And the National Federation of the Blind. Live the life you want.
All right. Well, it's a great place to cut that one. Man, I can't wait. I really can't. I want to try that car really, really bad. I really do.
Yeah, you're right about that. And I feel like if they hit the market, they could lower our transportation prices, meaning for like Uber and Lyft, they will have another competitor. And more competitors in the market means lower prices for us, the consumer. I think that's always a plus. Sometimes I was trying to book a ride yesterday, and I was going from Orange County to LA County. And mind you, it's just 20 minutes away. It was giving me a surplus charge for intercity traveling, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try to put a service charge on you for everything they can. I mean,
They already have.
I want to look at this from a bigger picture, Pedro.
Mhm.
I would love to see. I mean, bottom line, let's go here. All of our paratransit is subsidized by the government.
Correct.
Okay. Why not just let the government buy a couple 100,000 of these cars and then let them just do what they do throughout all the states? I mean, whatever the ride thing is in a particular city, give them enough cars to handle that.
Yeah, but see, that's a federal taking charge, and they will have to make it countrywide. They have left it up to the state and then
Well,
counties
but that
and
part,
within.
right? But even like LA County, let's go here because you're LA County, I'm San
Correct.
Bernardino County, but LA County is so big that it actually has what, 5 subcontractors? You got each region is actually a subcontractor that's working for Metro.
Correct. And at that, uh, even taking a 20-minute ride in these transportations, sometimes could be up to 2 hours,
Yeah, that's my
3 hours.
point.
Unacceptable. You got people trying to get to work, people going to school. doctors take care of their bill, people rolling with insulin that they need to get there at a certain time, people that have oxygen tanks that need to be at their house in case their tank runs low or they might be running low. And
All of that.
having more in the market, because there is a new service that I've been trying out that only takes you like 12 miles. This is long distance. This is me hopping in one of those and going to your pad, Ed.
Oh, I hear you.
You
Well, I mean,
know,
as soon as they let it get on the freeway, it'll be better. Not that they couldn't get here on the street, but
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Well, we
again,
got
they're just
highway
not on
for
it. Right? They're just in. Well, at least right here, they're not on the freeway yet. I know in San Francisco, they're not on the freeway yet. I don't
okay.
know about the where they talking about in Arizona, and then like you say, the new spot in what is that?
Check.
What they in Texas? What do they say that
Yeah,
was?
this Houston, I think.
Was it Houston? No, no, no. I
I
think
might
it's
not be
more.
sure about that, but I
Right,
know this
right,
is
right.
Texas.
Yeah,
But
they,
their testing ground is San Francisco. So if they don't have them in the freeways running through those, they're not having it here yet. And I understand
No,
why they need more info.
I saw like a news that they were petitioning to be granted in San Francisco highway access. So they're
right, right,
trying to
right,
make it work, but not yet. And as of now, it's only in San Francisco. So they're also petitioning to be able to expand to the peninsula, to like San Mateo County. So I guess closer to Silicon Valley. So it's baby steps, I guess, at this point.
right, right, right. And they've been taking baby steps because, like they said in that clip there, you know, I can remember even before I lost my sight, even though they didn't say it, but I can remember seeing the Google cars rolling up and down the freeways and stuff. I mean, it was a basically a little smaller Toyota Corona, whatever, and it looked like it had a derby on it, but it was basically cameras that were actually mapping all of the highways. I mean,
Hmm.
they just had this whole fleet of these cars out there, and they were mapping from one lane to the next lane to the next lane. I mean, they just did each lane, so they were gathering all that data. You know what I'm saying? So again, they've been doing this, man, for I mean, I want to say now at least 15 years that they've been gathering data to put this stuff together, you know. So for
Yeah.
us to be where we are, I mean, on one hand, we want to say that they're slow, but on the other hand, I want to say that, you know, they're doing their diligence, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
They're
of course
making sure
they.
it's going to be safe for us. That's the main thing.
Yeah, of course they gotta be diligent. I know we've seen some of those news stories on the news about self-driving cars hitting people, but it's only a certain brand. Like we heard about the Teslas. We always hear about Teslas. I never heard about a Waymo car. And
Yeah,
the thing
and
is what?
cruise.
Correct. And the thing
Yes.
is that the thing with Teslas, you have the human error. So some lady actually drowned in one of these Teslas because when you reverse and push drive, they have them in a touchscreen. So if you hit the wrong one and it takes off, she couldn't switch back. She was having problems, and the young lady drowned. Um, so sometimes it's human error. Let's say it tells you do not let go of the steering wheel when you put self-driving. You have to keep your hands on the steering wheel. And people, I don't know if you've seen that video about that guy asleep in traffic in the freeway while he has the self-driving thing on. You know,
Probably
so
got his hands taped to the steering wheel or something so he could take a nap.
well
I mean,
now there's an update to that. But let's say older models that might not have sensors there.
right, 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 right.
Yeah, but at least they're working on it. I would like this to come to the market faster because it gives us freedom.
Well, I
It
mean, again,
puts
the
it in our hand.
Waymo is not going to be a situation where you have the option of self drive or, you know, where bottom line, you ain't going to have the option to be able to drive it yourself. It's going to be all autonomous, you know. From my understanding, and Brittany, you know a little bit more about this than I do, but my understanding is that you can't even put anybody in the driver's seat.
No, the driver's seat, you can't even, nobody can even sit in it.
So
Then
it's
what
all
happened to
about you
drivers?
got the back seats and the front passenger seat. So
And they
those are the
face each
seats.
other, right? I heard they face each other so you could
No.
conversate and talk.
No. It's like a regular car.
Oh, okay. Okay. And those nice. I heard audio cues too. The street name is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Usually I pop in my headphones and look at my map and I want to know where I'm at all times, what direction I'm heading. Cause I just want to be sure where I'm at. You know? You
No,
never
I
know.
mean it's cool. I mean, again, I just can't wait, man. We're gonna plan a little trip somewhere where we can try this thing out. So I know this is a big clip that you broke up in three pieces. So
Hmm.
rather than get stuck on that first half, let's go ahead and listen to the second one.
Well, first I'm gonna play the for people that want to contact us and email us, and we'll be back with the second clip, guys.
Isn't Pedro's lovely,
You
Brittany?
can visit
Had
our
this stuff
website,
saved.
blindunited.org. That website again is blindunited.org. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, or would like to be added to our email list, you can email us at info@blindunited.org. That email address again is info@blindunited.org. If you would like to reach us by phone, you can call us at 909-846-8825. That number again is 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Blind United 22. You can follow us on our Facebook group, which is Blind United Interest Groups, and you can also join our Facebook page, Blind United. Blind United. Blind United.
Rachel Kamen jumping in again from Waymo. Excited to share that from the very beginning, NFB has been an essential partner for autonomous vehicle development by supporting the advancement of accessibility features and autonomous vehicle deployment through advocacy at all levels of government and community engagement. A few highlights of how Waymo and NFB have worked together over the years include NFB serving as an advisory partner for Waymo's U.S. Department of Transportation Inclusive Design Challenge project in 2022. Waymo invited NFB to be an inaugural member of the Waymo Accessibility Network, providing a direct line of communication to Waymo's product, user experience research, policy, and public affairs teams. NFB has been an active network member, sharing feedback and insights of future accessibility features and prototypes. NFB has also recruited participants for several user experience research studies in both San Francisco and Phoenix. And NFB and many of its members have raised their voice with elected officials to fight for this technology to be available in more places. As many of you know, at the end of January, the AV Accessibility Bill was introduced in the House of Transportation and Infrastructure Committee on a bipartisan basis by Representative Greg Stanton and Representative Brian Mass. I know that the licensing provision in particular has been a top advocacy priority for NFB for the last decade. Now, finally, people who are blind will not be required to obtain or produce a driver's license when riding in fully autonomous vehicles. In a moment, I'll talk through the different ways that Waymo's designed our service for accessibility. But before I do, I want to stress two critical things. One is that we know that we're not done. We know that these are early days and we're doing our best to meet riders where they are. We understand that our service is a work in progress and that there's more we can do to meet our riders' needs, and we'll do so over time. We've heard from the community loud and clear, nothing about us without us. So we want to make sure that we're constantly engaging on this process, collecting feedback, and using that feedback to constantly improve our service. The second thing I want to point out is that building for inclusive design has given us a lot of value. On several occasions, we've built for inclusive design and have found that the features that were outwardly built for people living with disabilities have been features that have been utilized and appreciated by absolutely everyone. That being said, let's dive into Waymo's suite of accessibility features, starting with screen reader usage. When you're hailing a ride with Waymo, you'll start with opening the app on your phone. It's very important that the app is legible by a screen reader, of course. Screen readers help users with vision impairments navigate user interfaces on their phone so that the elements on the screen can be read out loud so riders understand everything they need to know to request a ride. Waymo optimizes for screen reader usage through a rider's entire experience. We also have the option to minimize walking time. A rider can navigate to the accessibility settings in the Waymo app. There, they'll find a feature called Minimize Walking Time. This is a feature that we built with users with disabilities in mind, but it ended up being valuable for everyone. Here's how it works. Our cars sometimes make trade-offs to give riders more walking time, but a shorter overall trip journey. For example, if the Waymo vehicle needs to circle the block to pick up a passenger, it may instead decide to stop on the opposite side of the street to limit the time to pick up. This behavior may have a disproportionate negative impact on users with mobility or vision impairments. These users may instead request that the Waymo vehicle circle the block so that the user doesn't need to cross the street, and they can do that with this feature. We also have the option for verbose audio cues. Once the rider is in the car, we've added settings that provide assistive audio. These are audio tools that help riders who are blind or low vision get context about what's happening. For example, the vehicle will tell riders when it is yielding for a pedestrian or stopping at a traffic light to give riders comfort to know that the car is on track and the ride is continuing as expected. This is yet another feature that we built for inclusivity and that we have applied broadly for all Waymo riders. There are also pickup and drop-off warnings. In addition to the option to minimize walk time, we have also added more information about how a rider can limit walking on specific trips. For example, we provide pickup and drop-off warnings for long walks before the trip is ordered, which allows riders to change their plans before the trip is hailed so that they can decline the ride if the walking route does not work for them. We can expand this feature to give riders more warnings over different pickup and drop-off scenarios as well, such as warnings when they may be dropped off in a parking lot or other busy location. There's also adaptive app navigation, which is turn-by-turn walking directions that are available when trying to locate either the vehicle at the beginning of your ride or at your final destination after you've been dropped off. Waymo offers purpose-built car sounds, such as a unique honk heard on the Waymo One app that can help you find your ride at pickup. And Waymo One users have the ability to honk the horn or play a more enjoyable melody from the app. This was another one of our features that was initially designed for people who are blind to make it easier for them to go back to find their car by allowing them to hear based on where the horn is honked.
I was trying to get an understanding of why would we honk the horn?
I know why. When I step out the store and they're like, man, I don't know where I park. Hit your alarm and make your horn honk. And I do it with my mom. I do it with other people, and they're like, "Oh, it's over there," and I like that's why you do it because even when I go out and they hand me the keys and I'm going to the car, I do the little thing, the horn, so I could know where's it at, and then I could walk up to it, and
Okay,
that's a good
okay, okay.
feature. That's a good feature to have because the car could be parked. The car does not have a human to tell you over here, so you need to
Right,
honk
right,
that horn.
right. I mean, okay. That on that it makes sense. Like you say, give us that audible signal so we can find where the car is. So
Now,
that's cool.
now I would like to know what other tunes they have besides the horn.
Well, I mean, I like the fact that it's telling us like if it stops for somebody crossing the street. Okay, we have a pedestrian crossing in front of us or something like that. Or something. You know what I'm saying? I've yielded for a pedestrian, whatever.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like it's going to give us those kind of cues. You know what I'm saying? Just so we kind of We're not sitting there wondering, okay, why are we stopping? you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, exactly. And those cues are so important to us as visually impaired and completely blind persons, that those cues and actually working with a blind organization to get this right. And like how she said, without us, no, I gotta go get that saying, but that's a good saying to say. Without us, none of us, or something like that. I gotta write that down. That was a good little saying that lady put out there.
well, I mean, bottom line, if we don't have a seat at the table, then you don't know what we need. The only
No,
way
then we
we can
ain't
make
gonna
sure,
support you. Basically, put us
yeah,
on the table. We need to tell you what we need. You can't, like a non-blind person. Not to be disrespectful, a non-blind person does not know what a everyday completely blind person goes through, and that
exactly.
and I don't want to put down any like mobility instructor, no one, but it's true. We are with blindness 24/7. They might have trained for a few hours without their sight. So having a seat at the table gives us a voice.
And moving to the inclusivity part of this, I mean, this would be great for us. I truly, truly believe, you know, because we do have all, you know, we can't move around, we can't get to the car, we can't get into it, all those good things. Just like you said, people don't know what it's like to be blind 24/7, but at the same time, we don't know what it's like to be in a wheelchair 24/7. So
Exactly.
bringing into that inclusivity side of it, are they going to have vehicles in the future where maybe it's more of a van where when it pulls to the curb, it lowers a ramp that you can roll on with your wheelchair and, strap you to the seat where you can lock, you know what I'm saying, some way
Well,
to lock it in the vehicle, that kind of
yeah.
situation. I mean, I know that's way down the road, but I've done the DEI thing for many years, and I just want to make sure that everybody does get included.
Yeah, most
So
likely that will be later on. They will have to develop a system where they can lock the wheelchair in place. I know for some of our transportation, they actually put these they got these little things on the floor, and you slide a pole through them and you lock that pole in place, and then you slide up another one in front, and you have to lock them, so it's physical, and the
well,
person in the wheelchair cannot bend over to the floor to do all that.
right, and then there's also I know the ones out here as well. Not only do they strap the chair to the wall, or basically lock the chair down, they also lock the rider to the chair.
Yes,
That
correct.
way, if you bend a corner or something, you don't fall out of the chair. So again, I mean, all those things have to be taken into consideration when you're thinking about this type of transportation. And that brings me to a subject. Here's one that what was Arsenio used to say, things that make you say, okay. Why we have to wear a seatbelt in a car, right? I mean, I know why we have to wear it, right?
Hmm.
And we get a ticket if we don't do it, right?
Okay, yeah. Where you
But
trying
in
to go with
public
that?
transportation, like buses and trains, ain't no seatbelts.
Yeah, that's correct. But they're not speeding up to 60 miles an hour.
Okay, but they weigh 15 tons, Pedro. A train might weigh, who knows, 100 ton.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
going to get tossed around regardless.
Well,
You get into an accident in either one of them, bus or a train, it don't matter, partner. You getting tossed around,
yeah, of course. Of course, you're in motion. That's
right?
regardless with anything.
So I mean, that just
Um,
always puzzled me. Why are you gonna write me a ticket if I don't wear a seatbelt in a car? But yet you got 50, 60 people on a bus, and
uh,
ain't nobody got a seatbelt on.
yeah, but they're stopping and going. I haven't never seen, unless it's one of them silver lines that hits the freeway, I will be concerned that there's no seat belts because you're dipping in the freeway and you're reaching up those speeds to 40, 50, 60.
Man, I mean, in today's world, if you in a moving vehicle, period, you
Yeah,
you know you putting your life in jeopardy. So,
yeah.
but no, I mean this thing is again this thing is it's amazing. I'm glad we're that close to having it.
And also, I don't think they're all for disability picking up everybody. They're actually like I think a service like Uber, so they just pick up anybody. But if they don't have the wheelchair accessible thing yet, they might bring it later. But the way the young lady was talking, it's a service,
Right,
and
right.
it's not like our disability transportation that we have.
Right. It's not a paratransit thing. I mean, I'm grateful that, again, like you said, this is a service that was actually designed to be something like Lyft and Uber. But at the
Hmm.
same time, they're going that extra mile to make sure that it is accessible, especially for our community, which I'm totally grateful for. But at the same time, like you said, it is a ride service. So I'm just glad that and another thing I'm glad of, because that was a big, big issue back a few years back. I'm glad that they finally got it figured out. We don't need to have a driver license. We're not driving. The car is driving itself. As long as we can program where we want to go into the app,
Hmm.
what else are we doing other than riding?
No, but
You know,
it's the thought. It's the thought. Like, uh, should we give a license to a blind person to hop in one of these? Okay. So, what is the test that you have to pass to get a license? Like, come on, we're blind. What you gonna? Oh, the test is jump into the driver's side, get the steering wheel, park. Like stop the car. Like avoid traffic, avoid people. Like I can't. What will be the test to see who gets the license and who doesn't?
well, I think that their
And
concern was early on in all of this was that they wanted somebody that had a license to sit where the controls are in case of a glitch, right?
yeah,
But bottom line, the technology is trying to move beyond that. I mean, they're logging miles now. They're already showing that these things are having far fewer accidents than humans.
of course, of
you
course.
know so
Uh,
therefore that took that license thing out of the picture.
but look, you know what is gonna create in our community? It's
A
gonna
bunch of
create
lazy people.
no, no, no. It's gonna create a division because you know who they're gonna give the license to? High partials. And then what happens to the completely blind person?
Well, again, that's
You
why
know?
they passed that bill to where you don't have to have a
Yeah, I'm glad
license.
they did because it could have caused a division right there too. Like, oh, I can't get one of these to go over here. I need a license. And you know
Right,
what I mean?
right, right,
But hey, I'm all for it. More
right.
companies on the road, cheaper prices. You know what I mean? I know that some people might see it, oh, they're taking human jobs, but sometimes I need a car privately to go to a certain place and do what I need to do. I have a meeting to go to and things like that. And I could get a car just to go and not wait for an access
Right, right, right.
station or Uber. And let me tell you, when it's 2, 3 in the morning and you're there waiting, they say they show up and they see you. I have Uber drivers that left me because I had a cane and they saw a cane. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, I don't want to go look for you. And the app it tells you pinpoint you where you at exactly. And sometimes
Right, right, right. I mean, I don't know what they think. Just because we're blind, maybe they think you got a guide dog hidden in the bushes or something like that. I don't know. They
it's like they don't want look. They see a cane, all right.
they
Some
don't want the liability. I don't know. They
no,
think
no,
that.
no, no. It's not that. It's not that. You don't think about liability in one of those situations. You think about, oh man, I gotta get off and get this dude in. It's fucking cold out there. I just gotta call in and he could get another driver. Come on.
Right. They don't want to do the assist part. That's what you're
And I
saying.
don't
I
need
mean, I
that.
get it.
Yeah. No, I don't get it. If they were blind, they would love the help. They just
Right, but
being,
they're not
they just
blind.
being,
So
they just
again, they
being,
they
you know,
haven't walked in our shoes. So
exactly.
and so
Yeah.
anyway, I want to give Britt a chance. You want to jump in on any of this, Britt? You sitting over there being all quiet this morning, sweetheart. Is she there? I
I
don't
think
think
she
so.
got dropped off. But yeah,
Okay.
so and some just drive up to you and don't say nothing, and they just expect you to know the car pulled up. And then I had some that hop out and help me.
Okay.
You know?
There she is. She was off. She was backstage.
No, I mean, I agree with Pedro. I think a lot of times drivers get mad at you because they think that they have to get out of their car and help you buckle your seatbelt, or they think that they have to do extra stuff. I know, like, especially with like busy parking lots, they don't want to look for you, so they'll get lazy. Or sometimes I've had drivers like yell at me because they're like, it doesn't say on your profile that you're blind. You need to tell people that. Like, people are crazy. I can't wait for this autonomous vehicle. Then I don't have to deal with people no more.
But
I
then you got cool
wait.
folks like the guy we had Wednesday night, Britt, the when we went
Mm-hmm.
to the restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, we ordered the XL. We had that van, and man, dude was so cool. I mean, he wrestled with her issues. He got her in the front seat. It wasn't no big issue. He put her in the front seat.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
All that kind of stuff. He moved us around to where I was behind him, where I had plenty of leg room, and all of. I mean, it was just way cool. And he was conversating with us. He treated us like regular folks. When we got to the restaurant, he says, "Okay," especially me. He's saying, "Okay, well, when you get out, walk around the front of the van and blah, blah, blah," giving me those cues so I know which way to go to get to the restaurant and stuff. To the point to where I really appreciate that kind of stuff, and
Of
that's the kind
course.
of stuff I will tip a person for.
No,
And,
I get
okay,
that.
and I get that. Yeah, but it seemed, yeah, when he told you audible cues, it seemed like he had experience with blind folks. But there is drivers that never met a blind person that they hop out and they guide you to the door and they do all that good stuff. There's other ones that roll down the window. All I need is them to roll down the window, say one word. I already know where the back door's at
Yeah,
automatically.
just talk to me. I mean, a lot of times
Yeah.
I can hear the motor of the car, and I follow that.
But like how you said, sometimes you do have them drivers, and I ain't trying to take anything away from that, but that exactly like Ed, that makes me want to tip when they're nice,
Right,
you
right.
know?
But see, with this one, I mean, like you're saying, with this app, okay, well, they're saying my car is here. Okay, let me hit the button and blow the horn. Okay, oh, there it is over there. Let me make my way to it. I'm getting a little closer. I blow the horn again. Okay, here I'm right there. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Once I get my hands on the car, once now I can find the door. It's not an issue, you
Exactly.
know. So I mean, I'm really, really looking forward to this stuff.
And
So
and look, and then this service might be no problem for the people that have guide dogs. I had a friend of mine. Um, they actually were talking to her and left her and told her, nope, nope, no guide dogs in the car, this and that. And it was saying, oh, the guide dog might have this and that. It was saying all kinds of stuff that my friend made a big old complaint. And the Uber drivers, you know how the policy is you cannot deny a service dog and stuff like that now. But it was a big issue. They belittled her and made her feel so bad that she was blind.
right. Well, see, let's go here, Pedro. On that level, a lot of these folks they don't read the fine print when they sign the contract to drive on that platform, right? They didn't realize that they're bound by law to accept a ride with a guide dog or whatever. You can't discriminate in that manner, right?
Of course.
But in their head, they don't care about all that. What they care about, no, this is my car. I don't want no dogs in my car.
Yeah. Well, they
It's
didn't
just
even
that
got to that
simple.
point to care. They didn't even read that to care. They're just like, hey, it's my car. Uh,
And they don't even realize and see. Do you know that there's actually a thing on their side of the app, right? Let's say you got in there with a guide dog, and maybe the dog, is one of the dogs that sheds a lot kind of situation, you know. Do you know there's a thing on their side to where they could actually make that person say pay to have that car detailed?
Oh wow.
Okay, I mean that's on their side of the app. If they want to be, total buttholes, they can click that, and then now they can go wherever and get their car detailed, and it gets charged to you as a rider.
And
Oh
I have a question about that. So, do they have to take, like, let's just say I have a guide dog and I don't bathe my dog and it's shedding and it's gross, right? And I get in the Uber and like me and my dog get out and there's like dog hair and whatever everywhere. Do they have to like take a picture to prove
mhm.
that there was a lot of hair left behind, or can they just click that button and say, "Oh yeah, the dog shedded everywhere"? Because I could see people abusing that.
Oh yeah.
Right, and of course, whenever there's opportunity, people will abuse it. I'm pretty sure it's exactly as you said, Britt. They have to prove it. You know what I'm saying? They have to show evidence. You know,
Okay.
they can't just say, I mean, who knows why they need to have their car detailed? Maybe they just got lazy and didn't wash it over the weekend, so they trying to get somebody else to pay for it. I don't know. Like you said, people will take advantage of it.
Hey, and wouldn't it be if the passenger was in the back with their guide dog on the bottom, right? Let's say, oh, you only need to go to one of these vacuum places. Grab the vacuum, vacuum that. I don't think you need a whole detail. I don't think the dog was on your dash.
Well,
I
see,
don't,
that's the damn thing. They don't want to argue with us about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I get exactly what you're saying, Pedro. It could be actually just that simple. It may not be a super extreme thing, like you said, where you got to have it detailed, right?
Mhm.
But then on the other side of that, in their mind, right? And
Why
and to
should I
be
do it?
fair, and to be fair,
Hmm.
they have to take that time to do that.
Yeah,
That's less time that they have to actually drive people and get paid.
yeah, I see that too. Yeah.
So I mean, maybe I can see maybe an inconvenience fee there, kind of thing. But at the same time, looking at it from the driver's viewpoint as well.
Hmm.
I mean, you look at all right, like our ride going over there to the restaurant the other night. I think mine was $9 some change, almost $10, whatever it was.
Hmm.
Dude is lucky if he's getting $4 or $5 of that, Pedro. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I mean, the platform gets generally at least half of whatever it is.
Hmm. Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So, I mean, the drivers are really getting taken
yeah.
with
That is
using these
true.
platforms. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that. I get that a lot of times. Like, let's just say, like you said, if the ride was $10, they're probably only getting like 4 or 5 of that, and that is unfortunate. But I don't think we should be blamed for that. That's Uber and Lyft, you know.
Right. And again, I mean, you know what the job description was when you took it.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse my language. I'm not going to use vulgar language, but if you get a job scooping up poop, don't get mad because you poop picking up poop all day. You know what the job description was when you took
Don't
it.
get mad when you step in it.
Yeah, that
Right,
part.
right.
You
No,
Yeah.
I mean
know,
maybe
Also,
people think it's easy money and they're like, okay, this is gonna be an easy job, and they realize, oh wow, this is not as easy as I thought it would be. But I've been told by Uber drivers, hey, I'd rather deal with your guide dog than a drunk person, because a lot of times,
mm,
people get in your car and they're drunk and they throw up. And it's like I'd rather vacuum up dog hair than clean up throw up. You know what I mean?
ooh,
right, right, right.
yes.
I mean, I agree. I mean, I remember when I went to go see my buddy up in Idaho, and Boise is a college town, right? So we went out that night and we're doing the college thing. Well, not the college thing, but we're doing downtown, which is that's all college kids, right? So we went to the comedy club, different stuff like that. We left there. We went and found a piano bar kind of thing, whatever. But man, they had hot dog vendors and stuff on the corner, but you had all these drunk college kids walking around and they slamming hot dogs and just how they just go drink, 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 drink. We got in the car. Dude says, "Well, I guess I don't have to worry about you guys throwing up." I said, well, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, normally I get all these college kids." He said, "I actually have barf bags in the car because they're always throwing up all over my car."
Oh wow.
I mean, so you know what area you're working in. I mean, if you're picking up people from a bar at a certain time at night or whatever, you can expect that kind of stuff.
Of course.
So
Brittany, any
again,
comments?
you
I know
No, there are
we're
no
tight with time,
comments.
Ed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Ed, I agree with you. I used to visit a friend who lived in like Temecula, and like a lot of the drivers would be like, "Oh yeah, the people coming from the wineries are crazy."
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. So in an effort to try to make sure we get this whole thing in, we got like 10 minutes. So let's knock out this last little clip, and then we can wrap this up.
All right, let's do it.
I'd like to thank everyone for joining today and learning more about Waymo and our incredible partnership with NFB. I also want to highlight and celebrate that your advocacy truly matters and continues to make an impact. States, local municipalities, and members of Congress have all listened when NFB speaks. You may have heard in the news a few weeks ago that the California Public Utilities Commission granted Waymo a permit to expand its ride-hailing territory in the SF Peninsula in Los Angeles. Since then, the approval has been appealed, and now more than ever, we make the humble ask that you raise your voices to the Commission so they hear directly from people who are excited about this technology and stand to benefit from it being available in their communities. How can you help? Waymo will be keeping in good touch with NFB and specifically in California with Tim on specific action items that come up over the weeks and months ahead as we continue to navigate this journey. I personally will never forget the compelling testimony from NFB members during the California Public Utilities Commission hearing last August, including from Tim. Your passion and conviction made a material difference to expanding Waymo's footprint in California and ensuring that more people can benefit from this life-changing technology. I want to extend my sincere gratitude to NFB at large and Mark, Tim, Jesse, John, local affiliate leadership, and all NFB members. NFB's steadfast support has been crucial to growing Waymo's footprint, and your advocacy has meant a lot for the deployment of autonomous vehicles. Together, we'll continue to bring autonomous driving technology to the world and to more NFB members. Thank you again for having me here today to represent Waymo and for being such outstanding partners, advocates, and community members. It's truly an honor to be here.
Woo! Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
so much. We have time for a couple questions.
I don't. I'm not sure that we do, but for the next.
All right. So for those that didn't know, that was our president and first vice president of the California affiliate that was speaking there at the end. So, I mean, advocacy is very, very important. So I do like that last little piece because advocacy is a big, big part of what we all should
And
be doing as blind individuals.
and Ed, we should send out an email with a little information on how to people to ask them to contact their the
Local
people,
representatives.
yeah, local representatives, so they won't repeal this. Because if you like something what the young lady was talking about from Waymo, this could really benefit us too, benefit the market prices for all of us, including uh sighted people.
Right, 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 right.
You
So
know,
again, I mean, I just think this is great technology. I want it. I'm excited to use it. Me and Brittany have been talking. We need to get together and we need to get the app downloaded.
I'm about to do that too.
We need to run into LA one weekend or something
I
there.
already got the app downloaded. Ed, if you go to the App Store and you search for Waymo One, you'll be able to find it.
I tried to do that, Britt. Do me a favor, go into the app, and then
Yeah,
there's
I'll
a
share it.
share button at the bottom,
I got you, Ed.
and then share it with me so I can get it that way. But we need to go down there. I mean, this would make some great content for us as far as our experiences.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
make some great content for unseen adventures.
Yeah, for those that are listening, yeah, you could find us on YouTube, Unseen Adventures, and for those that use TikTok, you can find us Unseen Adventures 8. on both platforms. Unseen Adventures. Hey, thank you, Ed.
Ed, what's our TikTok? We don't
We
have
don't
one.
have a TikTok, Brittany. You
Why don't
ain't
we
set us
have
up
one, Ed?
because that's
It's
your job, Brett.
yeah. You need vision for that. I have problems with that. I'm totally blind, and I'm able to kind of do it, but I'm not able to edit videos. I have to make sure I have everything correct. Otherwise, it's you know.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
we need an ally, Brett. You got an ally for us? We can get all these platforms. We get us a good ally with vision. Man,
I
we
don't
be
have any
winning.
friends, but I'll see what I can do.
So, but
But this Waymo man sounds super interesting. I'm about to download the app. Hit your app store, hit your Google Play Store, whatever it might be. And if
and
you one of them old phones, maybe one of them Windows phones, hit your store there.
who knows? But think about this in parting on this topic. If this thing was somehow connected and they were getting that subsidy money for paratransit, I could ride from your house to my house, Pedro, for like $10.
I know. Or 15. I wouldn't mind 15 either. Like that distance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I mean,
I
even if
hope
you
they.
charge me the max for LA County and then charge me the max for San Bernardino County when I cross the line, I'm still good with that.
Yeah. And
Most
I
definitely.
hope they think to move that direction. They might need some feedback from us to move that direction and give them that idea,
Right,
you
right, right,
know.
right.
But
So
but
that's
them,
what our advocacy is all about. So,
yeah, correct. You're
so
correct.
Advocacy is
anybody got
very
anything they
important.
want to say in closing on this?
Well,
Advocacy is important. Write your Congress people. Get involved.
yeah,
That's it.
with your local and your state. Make if you like these ride share services and you use them, and it could benefit the market with prices. It could benefit us as a blind community, and why not advocate? Also, we attended CSUN. Any quick little words about CSUN? Your favorite booth?
Man, I just love, again, we talked about this yesterday, Pedro, while you were gone. I love all the new tactile graphic displays that they had there. I think that this is life changing, especially for the little ones that have never had sight. Oh man, you don't know. I just wish I had enough money to go buy one and donate to every school that has blind children in it. I really
Mm.
do.
Yeah, I heard you. I heard what you want to do, and man, that's you having a big heart right there, Aaron. You know what I mean? And it's true. This could be a game changer. I was around the graphics. I didn't got to catch up with Marco. I saw his contact all late, and I was feeling so sick that day. But
We're going to get him on here and let him talk about this
for sure,
SVG coding.
yeah. So man, guys, just imagine maps to favorite locations of yours. Let's say you wanted a map for a mall. Say you wanted a printed out map with the tactile so you could feel it of Knott's, Disneyland, Universal. This could have a good impact in our community. You know, straight
Exactly.
out,
I
straight
mean,
out.
it already will. And then as I was talking yesterday, like right with the displays that we were feeling, at the conference. Think about once they start getting more into the SVG coding.
I'm thinking
So,
the same
as an
way.
example, Pedro, when we was putting our hands on the one that had the map of the country,
Hmm.
we could only feel the lines that divided each state, right?
Yes.
But as they get more into that SVG coding, then they can take that and now add texture where we can feel the mountain ranges. We can feel the Great Lakes. You know what I'm saying? We can feel all that kind of stuff that's within each of these states.
Yeah, that is game changing, guys. Straight out. That is game changing. I was looking into that, and oh man, having that tactile map stuff, that 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 is pretty dope. I used to draw, and what they could do with it, hey, I don't know. I gotta experiment with that because I used to. That was my thing, drawing. And we talk about that, but guys, thank God it's Friday, right, Ed?
TGIF, everybody, enjoy your weekend. Please come out. Check out the Braille if you're into Braille. If not, at least come out and check out the movie. Enjoy a good audio descriptive movie with us tonight. Again, we're showing the third movie in the Matrix series. Next week will be the final one, which is the final Friday for the week, for the month of March. Who knows what we're going to play in April? Shoot me an email at ed@blindunited.org and let me know what you'd like to see next month, and we'll get that stuff into the lineup. So on behalf of Blind United, I want to say thank you to Brittany, Pedro, Elizabeth, everybody that may watch this a little bit later on, everybody that's listening now and maybe just didn't comment. Hey, comment. Let us know you're there. Let us know you like what we're doing. So all that being said, everybody have a great weekend. And Monday, come check us out. We got James Bain from Custom Cane, which that's my guy. I get all my canes from him, but he's got a great thing going on, the You Cane Give initiative. There's going to be a lot of stuff that you can do to help out with that and make sure that people around the world that can't normally get a cane be able to get a cane. So come in Monday, check us out, and we'll share all that information with you then. So for now, I'll see you guys on the next one.